If you are contemplating captaincy options for this game week, then this is the video for you. Hey, my name is Muhammad. This is Heavy Metal FPL. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this video, we're going to discuss game week 12 captaincy options. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So we've got 5 options over here, right? It's a bit of a complicated week. It's very, very tricky to pick a captain this week. There's a lot of different factors for each of these. But 5 options, that's not even considering the very left field ones like Mitoma and Trippier. So I'll start with these. I'll start with the easiest to try and dissect these and then try to pick someone at the end. So I'll go with Son first, right? I think it's an easy no for me because he plays against Wolves, a good team at home, and Tottenham have a big injury list. And so Madison, the main one, being injured, him being an injury concern means that Tottenham's attack is weaker. They've also got 3 players in defense who progress the ball forward in Udogi and Van de Ven and in Romero. Those are all going to be missing for this match. That makes their attack weaker. In general, I would not go for Son because he's also a bit of an unpredictable player. You never know when he's going to score, when he's not. He's very good for long term, but for a captaincy option, he is not my cup of tea. Next is Saka. So he's got the easiest fixture possibly in the Premier League at the moment, but he's a bit of an injury concern. And that makes me just want to stay away from him. Like, no matter what, right? Like, if he starts against Burnley, he might come in and, like, he might start and score a lot of goals, but I don't want to risk that. Given that there are other options right now, I don't want to risk with the guy who might not even start the match and is an injury concern. Next, I'll get to Watkins. So, okay, Aston Villa's home form is just incredible, right? They've got 20 goals in the past 5 matches in the Premier League, so 4 goals on average per match. Aston Villa looking very, very good. Now, look, their last fixture against Fulham last season was one of the most boring matches under Unai Emery as a coach. There is that to consider. Watkins blanked in his last 2 fixtures, but I think he was very, very unlucky against Luton. I think he should have gotten like a goal or an assist. If you owned him, then you were very unlucky on that week. And yeah, against Nottingham Forest, nothing really he could have done. It was more of a bad team effort on his end. They were playing away against Nottingham Forest. Now they're back at home against Fulham. So Fulham, not necessarily like the worst team, but they can be like, Man City did beat them 5-1 this season. On a team's day, on their home ground, they could potentially punish Fulham very, very well. So I don't have him in my team currently, but I'm very worried about him yet again. I'm in this situation again, but I can't get him into my team because of the way my team is structured, and I've got other fires to put out at the moment. If I had Watkins, I would be deeply considering him for captaincy this week. Next time I'm going to go to Holland. So Holland, is he in form? Is he not in form? He's played a couple of matches where, he's giving us many different hints. So he blanked last week against Bournemouth and he was taken away at halftime. He was taken off at halftime by Pep because he was a bit of an injury concern. So we were wondering, oh, damn, do we all sell Holland? But no, you don't sell him, obviously, because he basically came back in the Champions League. He scored 2 goals in that. If you have any doubts about his form, just check out his second goal in the Champions League against Young Boys. And that's not the type of goal that a player who's out of form would be scoring, right? So, okay, Man City playing against Chelsea. The last 4 games between Man City and Chelsea were all 1-0 wins for City. Now, the last 2 are the ones where Haaland was in Man City, but he wasn't the one who scored. It was Alvarez and it was Mahrez. So what does that tell us? That this could be, at least based on previous history, it could be a low-scoring match. Chelsea are coached by Pochettino, and he has a history of giving City a very hard time back from when he was a coach with Tottenham. Chelsea also play up to the opposition, so they've been like, I know we make fun of them a lot. They lost against a lot of like bad teams this season, but also their best matches were against big teams. So they drew against Arsenal. They drew against Liverpool to start off the season, and recently they drew against Arsenal 2-2, and they beat Tottenham 4-1. So all their big matches this season, they performed very, very well. Does that mean that they're going to beat City? Who knows? Anything can happen in a game of football. That's why it's very hard to predict captaincy choices. But they could put up a fight. I think they'll put up a good fight. I still think City are capable of beating them easily, and I think City are also capable of putting a lot more than one goal past them. But there are a lot of caveats to that. And so that's what kind of makes me hesitant on picking Holland as an option. That being said, he could easily punish me this week as well. I think who I'm gonna go for captain is Salah. So Salah plays against Brentford at home. This fixture last season ended up with Liverpool winning 1-0 and Salah getting the goal, getting the lone goal. Now, Salah on midweek, he played for 45 minutes. So we have Watkins earlier, who I mentioned. He played the whole 90 minutes in against AZ Alkmaar, but Salah only played 45 minutes. He came in, he didn't score a goal. It was a 3-3 draw. Salah blanked last week, but like basically everyone blanked last week. Before that, he was totally in form, scoring 2 goals against Everton, two goals against can't remember who it was, but 2 goals, then 2 goals, then 1 goal. I'm just gonna simplify it like that and just tell you he was in form. Right. They play at home against Brentford. Brentford can be a bit tricky. They can hit you on the counter every now and then, but it's going to be at Anfield. And I think to me, Brentford beating Liverpool in Anfield is a bit more of a shock than Chelsea giving, like, drawing or winning against City in their home stadium. And that's what edges it for Salah from me. Now, I think from these 5 picks, you could go for Haaland or Salah or Watkins, and it would be a correct decision, right? Because we have to like analyze like the thought process and not the outcome. If you want to just see like what you did, and I think if you pick one of those three, then you should be getting a good result, hopefully. That wraps it up for this video, guys. The sun is just blazing in my face at the moment. There's going to be an international break coming up, so we're 2 weeks without Premier League football. I will try to keep the content coming in and see how we can keep us all entertained during that time. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Until my next video, I am gonna bounce and I will see you all soon.